So I'm done with my secondary. It only costed me 1 billion mesos, and to whoever posted this, thank you so much. This is a freaking blessing. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back to our free-to-play series in regular servers. In the last episode, we finished our Luminous and Demon Slayer link skills, as well as getting a 20% drop ring, which I got from using the legendary event ring potential scroll from the auction house for 5,000 coins. In this episode, I will showcase my damage by taking on Hellux and Chaos Papulatus. Without further ado, let us begin our episode. Rebirth fragments are another way to make mesos. Though not as reliable as selling wealth and XP potions, it is a niche that has low competition in the market. I wouldn't recommend investing too much mesos on this as demand isn't very high. So I want to briefly talk about the crossroads that I'm finding myself in right now in this progression. On one hand, I could go the meso gear route, which is getting 100% meso drop rate on gear. And I'd say I'd have to invest 8 billion mesos to start doing that. Or I can make a bunch of bossing mules for daily bosses and get item drop rate equipment so that I can farm for cubes. Another option is the one I'm currently doing, which is the alchemy and herbalism and mining, which is getting me a decent amount of mesos. And the last one is just committing to Tower of Oz. There is a limit on Tower of Oz per day. You can only go up 200 levels. This means that I can get 4 boxes of the second rank per day. These are my stats right now. Before fighting Hellux and CPAP, I want to showcase our damage by taking on CRA. I know we don't have much reference for our previous damage, but this is where we're at right now. We're able to burst the queen in one rotation of our 2-minute burst, so that's pretty crazy. When it comes to damage testing, I think Vellum is the best candidate out of the other 3 CRA bosses, as it has 200% defense, and I heard people saying a 3-minute Vellum solo equates to a solo Lotus. Watch out for the falling rocks as they can stun you, and this can lead to a tail coming up and one-shotting you while you're stun locked. In this phase, you want to be more attentive to the ground you are on, as the yellow tail circle on the ground can overlap with the green puddle circle. I would recommend walking far away from the boss until the phase ends. When the yellow text Vellum is taking a deep breath comes up, the boss pops out on one edge of the map. If you are not near the boss, you will get one shot by his fiery boy. Vellum only has 2 moves in his regular phase, the one where he shoots the fireball out of his mouth and the green puddle circle thing. So I think this boss is relatively simple and easy to learn. Definitely do more practice of him if you need, but I think on average everyone can comfortably solo this boss given a few attempts. Seeing how we are taking down this boss in under 3 minutes, it is safe to say that we are ready for Lotus and Damien. We just need a little bit more IED, as these next bosses will have 300% defense. I think getting a base of 94% IED will be enough, as our boss damage is pretty big. Combining our damage and boss damage as they are additive against bosses, we have effectively 320% damage against bosses. Now, I personally really dislike this boss, and I think many people do as well. The hardest thing about this boss is surviving. Immediately he summons these gears on the floor. You don't want to stand on them as they one-shot you. The blue clock that shoots out rays towards the sky, that one-shots you as well. If you let the rays, the blue and the red rays on the side touch, you get one shot as well. So there's just a lot of one-shot mechanics. Also, sometimes the claws grab you if you stand on the platform on the top there. I guess this boss is just sometimes very unfair because you can go and try to block the rays from touching, but sometimes the clocks will prevent you. Like right here, I die no matter what here. So I was really fortunate, and Papulatus went into his purple phase, I guess, where he just rains down these the back of winding toy part things. You just need to avoid them, and this is like free DPS phase, so I was able to just kill him all the way down, and he didn't enter his clock phase where he goes into sort of a hibernation and you have to take off time on the clock. I'm sure you guys seen it before. Immediately from the start, you want to position yourself under the head to maneuver right or left depending on where he attacks. Hellix's first phase is tricky in that you want to weave your attacks in while the boss does his attack animation. The key here is survivability over damage. While other moves are tame and easy to dodge, his pink inhale one-shots you with 2 ticks, and the attack comes out very fast, making it almost impossible to dodge it if you are stuck in your attack animation. Luckily for bowmasters, we have a teleporter with almost no skill lag, making dodging everything very easy. You can see me positioning myself to the right, then teleporting back to the left and repeating this process. In the second phase, you want to go on either of the top platforms to damage the boss. Make sure you keep the minions on the bottom platform on check, or if you have a summon, drop that down there instead. If you let 3 minions touch Hellix's chin, you die. Melee characters position themselves closer to the boss and jump down or to the other platform when the hand comes, while ranged characters can stay near the edge and use the portal or slide off the edge to avoid the hand. You can see me sliding off the edge there to the left and then using my teleporter to teleport back onto the platform when I drop down. This last phase is a damage check. You just kill the gem and it's over. Make sure you keep clearing out the minions if you don't have the damage for a fast burst. So that's everything I want to cover in this episode. We also managed to make 1.8 billion mesos over 3 days from using the method that I mentioned in the previous episode. Well, that's everything. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.